Okay, so on this build, I'm running two pieces of air Aldi holding. So one piece gives you marksman rifle damage, and the second piece gives you 15% headshot damage. Okay, so on the mask, I have a skill tier on here with a headshot damage, skill damage, and a headshot damage gear mod. On the whole build, this is basically how it's set up. Okay, for the second piece of air Aldi holdings, which is the backpack, I have a talent called Companion on there. While you're within 5 meters of an ally or skill, total weapon damage is increased by 15%. The reason I have Companion on is because I'm running the Fixer drone. You don't have to run the Fixer drone. I keep swapping between the Fixer drone or the Defender drone. Those are the two skills I'm mainly using. I think the Fixer drone is actually better, so you can get your health back. Okay, and then the second piece on this, the third piece on this build, I'm running a Walker Harris, gives you 5% weapon damage. The only reason I'm using this is because it's the named Chain Killer. So this is how you're able to headshot enemies with one bullet. So this is the only piece that actually has a weapon damage rolled onto it. All the rest of the pieces have a skill tier. And again, skill damage, headshot damage with a headshot damage gear mod. The talent on here is Perfect Headhunter. After killing an enemy with a headshot, your next weapon hit within 30 seconds deals an additional 150% of that killing blow's damage. Damage is capped to 800% of your weapon damage. This is raised to 1250% if your headshot damage is greater than 150%. So this is basically where all the damage is coming from for your weapons. So as soon as you get that first headshot kill, on a red or on a purple, then you can pretty much, when you're at full stack, chain kill even the elites. Yeah. And then the rest of the pieces, I have 3 pieces of Empress International. So that gives you skill health, skill damage, skill efficiency. For the new players that don't know, the skill efficiency gives you multiple things when you have skill efficiency. So it gives you 10% skill damage, 10% skill haste, 10% stays effect, 10% repair skills, and I'm not too sure. I think there's the last one, but I completely forgot. Okay, and on here I have a skill tier with skill damage and headshot damage. On here I have, again, on the knee pads, skill tier, headshot damage, skill damage, and on the holster I have headshot damage and skill damage. For my skills, I am running the assault turret, and I showed you earlier Fixer drone, but you can change this to whatever you want, and you can change this to whatever you want. For my weapons, I'm using the exotic marksman rifle called the Nemesis. This is really powerful because with the secondary, I'm using the scalpel, because with the scalpel, it's not that strong sometimes. Once you're full stacked on Headhunter, you can pretty much one-shot everything in the head. But I tend to start off with the Nemesis. Okay, so this has a talent called Electromagnetic Accelerator. Shots fired deal 0 to 100% weapon damage based on how long the trigger is held before releasing. So if you watch the gameplay, and when I have the Nemesis aimed in, you can see like this circular thing go around the scope, and you'll see it at like full trigger basically once the circle is filled up. And then my secondary is the scalpel. Okay, so this has a really good talent called Future Perfect. Weapon skills grants 1% skill tier for 19 seconds, stacks up to 3 times. Weapon kills at skill tier 6 grants overcharge for 15 seconds. Overcharge cooldown 90 seconds. So what I tend to do is I will start off with the Nemesis. Okay, once I've got a few stacks of that, I can easily headshot everyone with the scalpel. So then I'll just chain my headshot kills, and I can overcharge my skills, which comes in handy. So that means your turret can do some damage, and your Fixer drone is better at basically fixing your armor. Okay, and everything on here, you can see skill damage. I have skill damage rolled onto everything because you want your skills to do damage. Okay, you can even have a assault turret here, but the only problem is you won't be able to proc Companion. So if you have a chance to get Vigilance as a talent on the backpack, that would be very good as well. I think I might change that to Vigilance at some point once I actually get the piece for there. But as I said, Companion is not a bad shout. Okay, and yeah, on the specialization, I have a TAC 50, okay, which is the sharpshooter specialization. The only reason I'm using that is because you've got headshot damage on here. So 15% increased headshot damage. And then you've got 15% increased weapon stability, reduced recoil, and faster requisition of targets. So you're able to hit your headshots better. And that's why, also one thing I forgot, that's why I'm running the scalpel to overcharge, because we're at 5 skill tier. So that first headshot with this, you basically go to 6 skill tier. Okay, and then the next one, you're obviously going to go into overcharge. For my last gun, I have the card 45 with InSync. So hitting an enemy grants 15% skill damage for 5 seconds. Using a non-shield skill or damaging an enemy with a skill grants 15% weapon damage for 5 seconds. Damage increases are doubled while both buffs are active at the same time. So that's pretty good too. Okay, so let me just show you some examples. I'm not too sure if I explained the build really well. I'm kind of bad at explaining things. Okay, so let me just show you a few an example in the shooting range. So I'm just gonna put that to maybe medium, I guess, because it's a mix. So I'm gonna start off with the Nemesis. Just chain kill these. The red. If it's a red, you can one-shot headshot with the scalpel. So if you do see multiple reds, it's fine. Okay, and then I don't even have companion procced. Okay, there you go. See, you can one-shot an elite basically after 3 headshots. And then there, it's on overcharge my skills as well. See, elite, pretty easy. So basically start off with the Nemesis. First, that's what you want to do, and then you want to go onto the scalpel, because then it becomes easier to kill everything. Yeah, that's pretty much the build. It's a really different build. I'm sorry that it's not fully optimized. It'd probably do a lot more damage if it was optimized. Okay, so let me show you the stats currently. So I have 268.2% headshot damage. Okay, and the mods I have on the scalpel is the VX1 scope. So that gives you 35% headshot damage and minus 10% reload speed. I have 5 rounds as the mag, 10% reload speed, and 10% stability. That's the current mods I have on the scalpel. Alright guys, so yeah, take it easy. Peace.